Good day, everyone. My name is Jezreel Ann Filipinas, and today I will be going to tackle about Chapter 1, Preparing Students for Classroom Summative Assessment. So first, let me give you what is summative assessment. So summative assessment is used to evaluate learning, skill acquisition, and academic achievement at the conclusion of a defined instructional period, typically at the end of a project, unit, course, semester, program, or school year. These are also given at the conclusion of a specific instructional period, and therefore they are generally evaluative rather than diagnostic. So, summative assessment results are often recorded as scores or grades that are then factored into a student's permanent academic record. They end up as a letter grades on a report card or test scores used in college admission process. So, preparing students for classroom summative assessment. So, in preparing students for classroom summative assessment, we will make sure that students have adequate task-taking skills and there are legitimate skills students should know to be able to show their best work, just like pay attention to directions, read each item in its entirely before answering, plan and outline responses to essay questions, use clear writing answers, and place themselves. So there are also checklists for preparing students for classroom summative assessment. First, test assessment taking and test wiseness skills. They should familiarize students with test links, format, and type of questions. Teach to the test, share the assessment blueprint, review before the assessment, and teacher must tell students when the assessment is scheduled and how long it will be to take, and we have to make sure that our students have the technical skills needed to be proficient with digitally administered tests. So, there are also test-wise skills, and what is it? So, test-wiseness is the ability to identify clues in poorly written items that make it easier to get the right answer. So, just like intervening variable as well, manipulated by the researcher, outcome of the study, compound variable, and test wiseness include grammatical clues, same words used in the stem and correct alternative. The longer alternative is the correct one. One alternative includes all others. The correct choice is often placed second or third, and the use of always is used for incorrect alternatives. So the item, type, and format of assessment, summative assessment, we have to make sure that students are familiar with the format and type of question and response needed. So we should give students practice test items. We have students practice writing test item themselves. Familiarity with the type of item can lessen test anxiety. We should teach the test by instructing students about what they will be tested on. We have to inform our students about the link of the test and how much it will count in their grade. We have to use item formats that match those on accountability test. use the type that maximizes engagement and learning. We have to tell students as soon as possible after beginning a unit when the test is scheduled. Avoid giving a test on days that make it difficult for students to perform to their capability. And lastly, we have to schedule tests for when the teacher will be present. So there are two examples for summative assessment. The first one is test, projects, and assignments. So this is used to determine whether students have learned what they were expected to learn. The second one is the final grade. So final grade represent a sum of an individual student's progress or outcomes and overall performance. It is often include other elements of course expectations beyond the learning goals and objectives, such as attendance. It tells us if a student has learned something during the unit period. And that could be all. Thank you for listening.